What is going on, guys? We are here. It is another year of Football Manager. I've said that a few times. I've said that a few times over the years, but in recent times, I've taken a bit of a break from the last few months. Let me know in the comments if you've done that yourself. So not even just for making videos of FM, but personally playing the game as well. I've taken a bit of time off. Ironically, as we take a look at game modes here, I've been focusing a bit on the real world. There's real world, your world. Okay, that's what I've been doing in the real world. But now I'm in a really good position to really delve deep into FM saves this year. Get a good balance. We're going to start here. As you can tell, Manchester United on the beta/early access. I believe if you're talking about it like on Twitter and all that, I think Miles Jacobson, he said to use early access. That's what they're really branding it as from now, at least this year anyway. So what we're going to do, get things under the way with Manchester United, get things underway with Man United here, but as the year goes on, as we get into the full game, I remember, my FM15, I had a cracking save with Manchester United, so if you have a good save on the beta, you could continue it. It's all circumstantial, and you're definitely able to, and that's not the only thing. What's this? There's a tab to load games from FM23. That's really cool. I'll actually want to see, I might take a look at some of my saves. As you can see, I went through a whole process. Different saves. Anyway, as you do. But I'd say that's a pretty cool little feature people have asked for over the years. I've seen it anyway. We're going to go original. I might need to test out these real world and your worlds. But the recommended, just play FM the traditional manner. But it'll be interesting how real world and your world, you can see the description of real life transfers. So maybe as the year goes on, we can take a look at that. But let's go for original FM save. And all right, this geezer here, he looks like someone you don't want to mess with. So especially with that Mo, I'm going to rock with that. He's looking the business. But getting past all the preliminaries to set up the save, Man United, of course, I've not downloaded any updates. When we're on the beta stage, I've always, in the past, I've actually, always downloaded, kits, make sure you got the real names, player faces, all that. But also, the game, tends to run better, because beta, there can be errors. It's really good not to, customize it like that. So I'm going to try this time around, make sure it runs as smooth as it can. And then when we get on the full game, we get all the customization as we like. So let's head into, but wait, before that, Man United predicted fourth. I tell you what. I mean, that should be United's expectations at least. But what they are not a top 4 team right now. Forget the name and watch how are we playing? How? Nowhere near a top 4. So we'll sort this out. We'll leave the explanations to a minimal, but hopefully, it makes sense for the most part. I know everyone can have their own way of setting up your saves and managers, so it's easy to get triggered. I do myself. Adaptability low because we're not looking to find another job for a single team save. But let's move on from that. So there we go. These are all, generally the same introductions, and we will customize our name. So it's all one all together. Low transfer budget. I don't mind. Man United made moves in real life. That's pretty realistic in FM transfer budgets when that is the case. And I don't mind that. I want to make transfers. That's one of my favorite things to do in Football Manager. Shock. Manager loves to make transfers. But early on, I don't really worry about the pressure of, we need to sign someone. We can get into the season relatively quick, but you never know. Someone might piss me off. I might piss them off. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen in the preseason. But high rep players, it's going to be the standard Man United setup, heavily. I'm heavy on the youth, but also we need a bit of success right now. They're not really giving us much hope. They're just be competitive. Mate, just show up. Can you just show up? Just arrive and we'll be right. You can keep your job. but we need to qualify. So but that importance is lower. So as long as you do that in the Champions League, but that's just play the games. That's what be competitive. That gets a preference above, qualify for the Champions League. So that's a league. That's your league expectations. They're just like, okay, mate, if you just attend, show up. Show up. Bring the lads on the trips. Make sure they're there, and you'll have your job. We're not going to sack you. We promise. That's all we need from you. Just don't get relegated. And I think you're safe, lad. I think you're safe. That's trying to simulate the talk with the manager, which is going to be totally the case in an Australian accent. But anyway, interesting conversation when currently the best manager in the Premier League is Australian. Start fighting in the comments. Yeah, entertaining Nah, they're not doing that. Not in real life. So, quiet. Play attacking football. I swear, Ten Hag, he's shaking. He's shaking his boots right now, Ten Hag. See, we're all the same FM players. The youth development. We love when the intake day regions come through, new gens, depending what gen you are part of. But we'll progress from all this. Judging the state of United, I reckon we probably need a meeting every single day, if not every few hours. There's going to be a lot to discuss, I'll tell you what. So it's such a simple thing. Get rid of the space there. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Why couldn't they just simply add that? Oh, change budgets. As I said, I had a bit of a break from playing FM for a few months. I don't think they had that. And I'm not someone I buy the game each year and I judge it. Of course, everyone is in a different boat, but I like to buy the game fresh without looking majorly. It's hard to avoid it sometimes because people talk to you about changes in the new game, of course. But I like going in fresh. And it's like, I didn't expect that. And I know they even said, like Miles Jacobson over the years, because I've watched videos over the years, and he's like, there's some things where we don't say because that's one of the beauties. What I just explained. People love that. Oh, I didn't expect to see that. It's that shock value and all those little intricate features that get you so deep into FM. And that's the thing. You can go change budgets. We're not going to do that right now, but it's just nice, little neat. And that's not even what I'm talking about. That's something so small there, but there's like so many other things that we could reference with that. So the first episode, this is like introduction. We do an introduction here and we'll see what the club is looking like, see what the squad is looking like, go through the team a little bit. We'll see some preliminary messages, but they are going to be generally the same. I like how this was added previously, just a bit more current day. 10 years ago, you're not going to have social media stats and all that. I mean, you could have had season ticket holders, which is still a little bit more important, I say, but supporters' influence, again, those kind of things, they're cool. It's cool, but I'd hate for my job to be... But that happens as well. You upset the fans. You can't ever upset a supporter base. So, tactical direction, again, a lot of these, I see how many... I just see out. Anthony Martial. He's someone who he looks okay. Like, he's okay, but he's on 250k. That is not okay. But it's hard. It's hard right now. That's relieving wages. That's like, I'm just recalling previous years. I tried to get rid of players just on too high wage. So frustrating. Wan-Bissaka in that conversation a little bit as well. But a couple of these guys, like Wan-Bissaka at 25, you don't really want to... And even Lindelof, he'd be close to almost accepting to let go on a free. But Wan-Bissaka, where he's only on 100k, I think that's sellable. Victor Lindelof, though, I'm not sure if he's content on that. See, I said we're not going to make moves. But get rid of Lindelof. This is where we're freed up a little bit more. That's why I like the football manager world a bit more than FIFA or EAFC, whatever they're calling it this year. It gives you a bit more wiggle room for realism. You do things that are, maybe not exactly have happened in real life yet, but you get more in the FM world. So the realism, there's a bit more space of what you can do. This tab right here, or whatever you want to call it, this option, interested. Yep. If of course Messi wouldn't want to join, but yeah, as long as a player was interested and maybe I go slightly interested to tweak the options a bit more. But yeah, as long as a player is interested in joining your club, you got to say that's a realistic move. Like that's why I've always loved Football Manager. You could never argue with that fact. Maybe some people could, but oh my god, some of these names like no Parthenope. It's close to their nickname, so I was Anyway, get back on all that because we're not going to be signing anyone right now. That is for sure with our budget of 6 million. But again, if we head over into the transfer history, we can see the respective moves. We'll go to the biggest. Obviously, Højlund, we got him on the thumbnail as well, and he's looking just a bit. I guess he's only 20 years old, so yeah, these things, I look at negatives so much, especially when they're an important attribute. Highlighted, concentration, only 10, you worry about that. Work rate, yeah, give his respect where it deserves, but I love, that strong, bigger body, 191 centimeters, decently tall, and just quick, work on his finishing. I'd love to see that, go up into the 15, 16 range. He's only 20. You expect some development. 7 weeks to 9 weeks. That's exactly how you want to be starting a year with the injury, but it is what it is. Mason Mount, another solid move. I was almost going to say good. We got to see how he does. He's still got weaknesses. Dribbling 11 is pretty poor for an attacking midfielder, central midfield type. Yeah, I think I've got reservations about him, but you got to look at the whole thing. He's got some player traits, okay, some sneaky traits, but work rate, 20, like, that's max. With 19 stamina, that's close to max. And teamwork off the ball, incredibly high with determination. So, he steps up a bit. It's easy to look, 11 dribbling, terrible, tackling, 11. It's going to be interesting, especially, box-to-box midfield type. Yeah. Don't sleep. Again, a lot of the times I end up talking to myself when I'm trying to make a point. It's like, look what he can do. Look what Mason can do. Yeah, Mason Mount, I'm going to give him the chance to prove himself anyway. I'm going to hope that will be true. Andre Onana. I understand what... It makes sense now, yeah? 19 eccentricity with decisions only 12. All Football Manager players are just... it makes sense as to why he's been trashed so far this year. You're like, this is why he is a bad goalkeeper. I don't want to put too much on him, but he's not the type. Look, he's 27. I will not have made that move. Scout, you sending me this player right here. I am not signing this man. I said, nah, no way. I'm like, nah, no, go... Straight back. We are not signing this man. You don't need to scout him again. We don't need further details. How is this? Can I actually sell him and get 100 mil or close to it? That will be mad, but it's crazy. Like, I want to move him on next season. We can't really do it anytime before that. Again, that would probably be unrealistic. See, unrealistic in FM, it ties with being possible or not. No, he doesn't want to leave. Because you just signed him. So, I hope he can hold on to that. That's insane. He's lucky, not even half of that. A quarter of that. I don't want to say I'm overreacting, but I tell you what, like I said, all FM players are feeling the same way right now. Looking at his profile, it makes sense how he's going this year. Another goalkeeper from Fenerbahce, Alte, he's not going to be good enough for the first team. I guess reserve goalkeeper or backup goalkeeper, you're playing 40k, you can rotate in early round in cups. He's probably that. I prefer that to like a really young goalkeeper or that older Tom Huddleston. Nice try, mate. You could be in trouble. You can get into a bit of trouble, but he's part coach as well. He's under 21 coach. I mean, he's not playing in the first team, but there's a lot of names we will go through, as we go on, but we'll take quick looks like Amad Diallo. As of right now, Hannibal as well. They just... I'm like, what do I expect them to look like? I can't compare them to, the best 11. They don't look too bad, but we were talking about the goalkeeper. We just have young lads there, so there's not that older type like we mentioned on a few others. We'll take a look at Gore as well, Daniel Gore. Not bad, some strength. I like 14s. Okay, 4 14s in your technicals, lad. You've got me intrigued. And your hard work. Ooh, okay. Okay, you go to transfer. Discuss generating market interest. No player interest. Okay, that's fine. That's offer via transfer room. Okay, hire intermediary. Okay, that's not bad. If he gets a starting, well, there's more championship clubs than League 1 or 2. Mansfield maybe reaching a little bit. I like the reasons there as well. But if he can get a starting berth at a championship club, playing in week in, week out, regular football 18, yeah, that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting for the lad and for the club. It's type midfielder I think we need coming through and being good enough in the first team anyway. So he's hard. Yeah, I said he's hardworking. He's got the potential. He's got a lot of ticks. I like that. I like what he's providing, and maybe something what United are lacking at the club right now, or just having had that guy come through as that midfielder. And yeah, like Paul Scholes type. Again, not trying to say he'll be the exact type same player, but yeah, that type of player coming through and someone to not plan your whole future around, but just for them to be part of it. And there's a selection. We'll take a look at the 2 best that are 4 stars here, but they're completely, they're very off. There's Amas there. That's a decent value. If you're 16 years old, someone telling you you're 8 to 10 million value, you just, you get excited a bit. And, at that age, you're definitely getting excited. But anyway, you got Shea Lacey there as a winger type. Some nice attributes, but yeah, a little bit of a review there of players at the club. And I think we're going to round things up for this episode. We'll take a look, what we can really shape up with a tactic. Let's go from scratch. I like the 4-2-3-1. This is going to be, I always adjust when it was so... I really don't like... This is where, FM OCD is real. I just want to see 4-2-3-1, and we'll add names to that when you start making multiple versions of the same formation. Yeah, you definitely know about that. So we're going to keep it quick with a quick pick. But, the thing is, we're going to start with our setup right now. I said I want to be positive by going with an attacking setup. We want to just have... God, then I'm looking at the players and I'm looking at the weaknesses and whatever Jadon Sancho is doing right now. That way, I know he's going to be really hard to sell if you try and sell him. It's really tough. And that midfield, Van de Beek, I could be here. He's... I might... Okay, that's where you could probably free up a bit. So that's what I'm going to do probably in between this and the next episode. Look at the options, try and get rid of some players that are looking like on the way out. The Van de Beek types. Definitely not Varane. Varane might hold the defense together at this point, but he's 30 years old. But you just see what we're clinging on. We're just clinging on to that. We just go down a bit. Bruno Fernandes, why doesn't he drop in there? Oh, yeah, it's because he's away. How's Bruno? Oh, yeah, he's looking nice. He'll probably, definitely hold the midfield together. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Can't lie. So, yeah, obviously Rashford. There's a lot of... Oh, amazing. He's leaving on a free, is he? See, I didn't even look too deep. I think it's just I think that's probably the best thing. I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Leave your thoughts in the comments about Mason Greenwood because, as I said, it's a controversial topic. But is he going to be a young lad that you're going to berate for the rest of his life or let alone career? Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with him in the save. I'm going to judge him. It's like, I'm going to judge him as a player. I'm like... Again, there's different ways you can see it, but show me your actions. Obviously, in FM, the same situation is probably not going to play out. But I don't think there's a feature like that in the game. But anyway, I'm going to treat it like I would. Show me your actions. Show me you're improving and working. Like people I would work with in real life. I've seen, I'm not going to go on a whole thing about it, but show me you're working on improving and you'll get that chance. We're not going to be the rest that just say a lot of their opinions online to make themselves look better. Go along with the crowd. But show me you're trying to improve. Show me what you're trying to do. Speak to him passionately. That's where I'm trying to get a bit of the manager side across now. So he can get the best out of the rest of his career, let alone the rest of his life. Instead of being part of the crowd that just berates him for something terrible he did. There's no excusing that. But you got to be about helping people improve. And I wanted to speak a little passionately on that because there's a truth where you can do something absolutely terrible and still be allowed to be treated like a human and a chance to want to improve yourself. You go out and do the same things, we throw you away. We throw you away because you haven't shown like you're intent on improving and being a different person. It's all about keeping that option open and if they take it or not. And that's my way of seeing things. But I don't want to go on a whole thing about that. Just take something from that. It's about giving the person the chance to show you. And they either will or they won't. I swear, I didn't even intend. I was actually surprised about seeing him, and then something just activated. Something just activated in me to talk about that for a bit. But anyway, because a lot of players are out on holiday, we're going to take a look because I want to show you the different options here with the width. We want to try and do we start that shorter, the higher tempo? Creative freedom, we shall leave. Work ball into box. We'll keep that pretty straightforward for now. We'll get the counter going. Distribute quick to any of the back four. And just roll it out. Play it out like that. Play a higher line with the press. Stop crosses. And we'll get, press. We'll go more often. Prevent the short goalkeeper distribution. Depending on the year. I like get stuck in, but when yellows are too often and, suspensions are too often, we do that. Pressing trap, defensive lines, we're going to experiment and we're just going to leave that be for the time being. I want to see how we go in the preseason. Obviously, I give myself a bit more time to think, but I just wanted to set something in as a preliminary, but I'm almost probably 99% sure. We'll switch. Will there be player roles? We'll definitely be switching something up. But I thought we'd put a placeholder in there so the tactical screen is looking somewhat respectable. But as we all know, pre-season is a long haul. We're setting up your team and then transfer action. We're going to go through that next. And Tom Heaton, of course. That's what I was kind of leading to before, that older goalkeeper. The comparison, he was in the first team squad. Who do you really prefer to use? Again, Onana. At least previously I had the safety of like saying, okay, well at least we'll just play De Gea in a lot of games. And all the De Gea hate is looking a bit not so good now. Now you got Harry Maguire who didn't end up going. No interest whatsoever, which, I mean, the positive is he'd only stick around for one more additional year. But if we try and sell him and then, he's going to be pretty unhappy for a while. At least with Lindelof, there's interest. Offer him out. Maybe talk to Ange a bit, Aussie to Aussie, and sort out a deal. And it will be nice to free up a bit of wage and transfer budget. Maybe we can make a move in that case. And something I always check out. Like, as an FM player, this is so important. The transfer revenue made available is 100%. So, okay, I'll give the board credit there. So we get 100% of what we do in terms of the market and making sales. Look what the balance is like, though. So, as I said, we're going to leave it there. My pre-seasons, I take from a few hours to a whole day to get through a pre-season. So I'll keep it with my style. Round up this episode, which went different ways. A few different ways than I expected. One in particular. But yeah, we like to give a first episode here of the season. When you get into a second season, third season, a bit different. You review transfers and whatnot. But yeah, first episode of the save. Exactly what I showed here, but then we'll go through the pre-season off camera from all transfers through the friendlies, and then we will kick off the season in the next episode, episode 2. You'll see if we do make any transfers, what they will be. I think at a minimum, because yeah, some players I will try and get rid of, and we'll see what happens, and do they lead into other signings? Yeah, it will be really interesting. Again, with name updates, competition updates, again, player faces, all that kind of stuff, all the graphical type stuff, we'll sort out on the full version, again, like in the bottom left, beta version, minimize all that, so, you know, we don't mess with it too much, and yeah, minimize any errors. So anyway, big year of FM starting right here. Let's kick off. Let's kick off with the Man United save, and yeah, start it off really well. Get a comment in, leave a like on the video. Yeah, just leave me your general thoughts, and maybe as we go on for the main save for the year, I've got different things to do in my mind. I've did Journeyman in the past few years, so I'm probably not going to do Journeyman again. It's a bit hectic. It can be a bit hectic. Journeyman can be fun, but hectic. I feel like I want to go back to a lower league, but not too low. Obviously, it's going to sound pretty England heavy if we're starting here with United, but I'm fancying that League 1, League 2 type save for long term. But it's all depending how this United save goes, both in terms of for you guys watching it, and then how can we say, how long is it going to take to? I say win the Premier League, win Champions League. What's going to be the end? Yeah, what's going to be the end game type goal for the series? But you win Champions League, but who knows? Who knows how far that could be away? So I'm going to leave it there for now. I don't want to plan too far ahead, but yeah, I definitely think later in the year, who knows how much later it's going to be. For a full-time, however you want to call it, main save of the year. Like a League 1, League 2, did Sunderland a few years ago, and I think it was one of my more enjoyable saves that I really got deep into. There's, series playlist of that. So if you search Footy Manager TV and Sunderland, it should come up, just a few years back. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Big. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this year's game, but we haven't really got too deep into it, so we don't know what type of errors are going to be. But we're on the beta right now, so errors can be fixed. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have a big year of FM on the channel. Do not miss the content, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go really big with the videos, with the series. I might do some other videos on the side, little experiments, but I don't want that to be the main thing. Maybe something when I just want to do something a little bit different. But yeah, I've always been big about playing through a save, so hopefully you enjoy that through the year, and I'll leave it there for you guys. Catch you in the next one.